always have to remember to say hi as soon as I jump on, even if nobody's in here for playback, just in case anyone watches these back. It's very awkward, though. I don't know if anyone's here yet. I haven't checked. Also, there's a delay. So hi, if anyone's here. 2 of you, maybe, according to YouTube. But it says 1 on this. Interesting. Maybe I'm by myself. I'll just talk to the internet. What a weird concept. Like, let me just talk to the internet and nobody's watching. It's kind of crazy. I need a guest for these things. I have someone to talk to. Well, if nobody shows up, then that'll just be me talking, and then I'll have to delete this video because it'll be embarrassing. It's only been a minute. Hi, Lana. Thank you for somebody saying hi. It was legit just me for a full minute, and it was already going to an unhinged place. I was saying I need a partner to do these with, so at least I have somebody to talk to. It's very scary to be live on the internet and just be talking out into the open space. Hi. Welcome in. I forgot to make a game again for this. I'm really dropping the ball on that. There was an ad in the beginning. Oh. Interesting. That makes sense. Well, I guess then You're okay. I knew what you meant. I wonder if there's a way I could turn those off for lives then, so at least it's not like because like for playback, what am I gonna do? Just sit here and stare at the screen for the first minute? That would be a bit weird. Wouldn't be the weirdest thing I've done on the internet though. So for everyone in here so far, have y'all read A Lesson in Vengeance? I think, Lana, you said in the Discord that you had like just got it not that long ago and you were hoping it was a quick read. Was that you or is it somebody else? Now I feel like I got to check the Discord and see if that was right. Hopefully you were able to finish it, ? Unless I have you mixed up with somebody. I can't find it now. And there's a delay, so I just have to wait for the answer. Oh, yeah, it was you. Okay. Literally just finished it 40 minutes ago. Love that for you. Okay. So it'll be like perfectly fresh in your head. This is great. Yeah, I was checking the Discord during the little delay. You're probably going to see that in a second. Okay. Love that for you. It'll be so fresh in your head. Looks like maybe it'll just be you and I talking about it, but that's okay. There's no game, though. Where's the person that hated the game? This is the stream for them because we're going to jump right into it. See, this is why I have a game, though, because it takes YouTube forever to like notify when somebody that you're subscribed to goes live. I usually get it like 10 or 15 minutes after they've already started. So unless I already know that they're going live. Oh, you read it too? Awesome. Perfect. Okay. That's all we just need some people in here that have read it so we can have a good discussion. I always try and find discussion questions for these to help like come up with topics, but there really wasn't anything. But I mean, I guess to start, like just overall feelings on the book. Did we like it? Did we not? I'm trying to decide before I start saying my words. I think this is only the second young adult book we've read for our Creepy Book Club. I think. The only one I can remember right now is Clown in a Cornfield. But I've also been doing the book club for, I think this is like the 3rd year now. Maybe. So it's hard to tell. But I think this was only the second young adult. I like reading young adult books. It's nice to know what the kids be reading these days, you know? And there's a delay, so I gotta wait. So I'm just gonna sip my tea. Have mixed feelings. Okay. Gave it a 3 out of 5 so far. Oh, shit. Yeah, let me pull up my story graph really quick because I finished this quite early in the month and I don't know if I remember for sure what I rated it. I'm going to pull it up right now. What did I give it? I gave it a 4. A solid 4. I liked the vibes. I also kind of had mixed feelings. Just on like nitpicky things though. So I don't know if I was being nitpicky or it was like an actual weird thing in the book. Most of it was like the characters, and maybe it's because I've never been to a boarding school or anything like that. But like these, I mean, it's not the only teen book to ever do this, but they they never talk like they're teenagers. And I know this is like supposed to be a super duper exclusive boarding school. So, I mean, duh, these girls are like wicked smart, but and then the fact that you have Ellis, who is like a 17-year-old best-selling author, which I guess isn't as weird, but like she's like a method writer who like chain smokes and drinks whiskey like just cuz. It seemed like this could have very easily been set in college and I would have been more okay with like the way the characters like were behaving. But I feel like that was kind of a small thing, so I don't know if I'm just being nitpicky or not. Hi, Jaque. Sorry, I was just on a brain tangent as I was doing that. Now I have to wait for the delay. So I don't know if that was just me or not. Okay, and I just saw that too. Okay. Enjoyed the atmosphere, not sure about the characters. The atmosphere was every time I read one of these like dark academia, like boarding school, whatever, university things, I just want to be there, which is weird because it's school and it's like, I don't know if that's dorky or not, but it just makes me want to like be in school still. If it wasn't so like expensive and I didn't also need to make money, I would just go to school all the time. Is that weird? Is that weird? I love studying. I love being in a library. I don't mind homework. Why isn't their job for like a professional student? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Trying to be good and wait for the delay to kick back. Miss libraries. Exactly. Especially the ones like in these like older schools that have like the just really cool big old libraries with tons and tons of old books. Ugh. I love that. The university I went to is like new. I don't want to say like new, but it was like a lot of like modern buildings and stuff. So so the library was just like a normal library. Oh, you don't get out much. Okay. I'm sorry for that. Not easy to go out and about nowadays anyway, as it is. One of the things that bothered me was the repeated words like murmur. She pressed her brow over something. I didn't notice that as much. I tend to, I guess, unless it's like a super duper, I'm not saying that's not like a specific word or a specific phrase. Like, I feel like it would have to be really, like, a really bizarre word choice or something for me to notice. I don't tend to notice as much. I have I'm conflicted on like how to read these books for, sorry, there's like fluff. How to read these creepy book club books, like if I should go like full out as if like I'm in school and like full on annotate it, or just try and read it like kind of how I watch movies, just like read it for entertainment and then see how I feel. But I might have noticed it then if I was like going in on this book and like annotating in it, but I didn't notice. I didn't notice. Dirk, I haven't seen that movie, and we're talking about books. A specific book for right now, A Lesson in Vengeance. Oh, you didn't get to finish it? Okay, no worries. I know, like, I decided to set my reading goal of 100 books this year, and I feel like I'm already not in a have not made a good dent in that 100 books. So when you got so much to read, trust me, I'm usually like 2 years behind on books. Everyone else will have read them like 5 years ago, and then I'm just now getting around to it. Okay, yeah, maybe. That might make sense, though. Yeah, I didn't notice. I just thought they acted a little older than they were, so it makes me wonder, like, if the intention was to write this for like high school age kids, or if it wasn't, or I don't want to make assumptions because I don't know. Hey, Mariel. It's okay, Dirk. It's okay. I haven't seen Titan. I'm not even sure how to say it. I haven't seen it yet, so I wouldn't have been able to give you my thoughts on it yet anyway. Have not done my homework for today, but I am reading the Gilda stories. I just got my copy in. We'll talk about that in a second. This may be a shorter one because it seems like I never know what's a good night to do these anyway. So, what era is the book set in? This is modern day. You wouldn't like necessarily know right away, I guess, because like the students are very big on like this. It almost seems like self-aware without being fully self-aware. Like they're so into like the aesthetic of, especially like the girls that live in this particular house, and they're all English majors. They seem like they're very much into the aesthetic of being like these like boarding school dark academia types, so they don't really ever use cell phones that much, or there's like brief mentions of laptops and things like that. So so if you were skimming the book really fast, like as you were reading, you may even miss like the few mentions of like modern technology. Specific for their house. Yeah, like super duper old school. Yeah. At one point in the book, like Felicity is like her laptop breaks or something like that, right? And she has to use a typewriter, and she even has a moment where she's like, she kind of likes using the typewriter. I could never. Way too many typos. But yeah, so it's modern, technically, like modern day, but yeah, the girls in this house in the boarding school are very into the idea of being old school, like Lana said. For sure, for sure, for sure. I guess we can just like get right into it, like the end and stuff. Not many people are here who have read it yet, so we can talk about other books. But what did we think really quick? We got to talk about the twist. I feel like I kind of knew it was coming. They like hinted at it so much. Like it was already like a thing that Felicity was there at the time of, oh God, I already forgot her name. Her ex-girlfriend who died. Oh shit. Alex? Maybe it's Alex. I'm trying to flip through the book real fast. Yeah, Alex. Like, I feel like once that twist hit, that Felicity is just like a full-on murderer. I was like, yeah, that checks out. I mean, I feel like they were hinting at it anyway. She was blaming herself for it, and everyone was kind of like, no, it's not your fault. But I'm like, it probably is, though. What I did like about this book is mentioning the non-binary character. Yes, Ellis's older sibling. I think they're older. Yeah, that was very cool. I liked it, and it was, I don't want to say it was like done in a casual way. Like it's just mentioned right when they show up in the book, and then beyond that, it's just they're just existing, which is nice. They're just existing. It would have been cool to have that character there a little bit longer. I cannot remember their name either. I think I'm answering the question for myself that I should make better notes on these, so I know I'm not me trying to flip through it really quick. I can't remember their name. But it would have been nice to have that character in the book a little bit longer, because I loved the interactions between Felicity and them. Like getting an insight into Ellis, because Ellis was a fucking wild ride of a character. Like Quinn, that sounds right. We're going to go with Quinn. And I'm going to hope that that's correct. Yeah, so I don't have to keep saying this character. I would have liked if they were in longer, to be honest, because Ellis was fascinating and Quinn was dishing all the details about Ellis, who was at both like very relatable and absolutely not relatable. It was a very weird thing. Very weird thing. I have not read Catherine House, Mindy, so I can't really compare to that. I really liked If We Were Villains. My coworker got me to read that, and I loved it. I listened to the audiobook, though, because they quote Shakespeare at each other a lot in that book, and it just felt appropriate to listen to it. I don't know if that would help necessarily, but... I heard so things about Catherine House, so I have not read that one yet. I liked If We Were Villains, though. But overall, I liked it. I also liked that the romance, I guess, between Ellis and Felicity was not the... It, like, I don't even want to say, like, was it even like a secondary character? Probably a secondary character in it, but that wasn't like the point of the story. Which I feel weird saying that, because obviously it's not a straight relationship, so it's like nice to have that representation, but also like just existing. So it's like not every single book has to be about the romance all the time. Which I feel like at least like every single like fucking YA book that I read when I was a teen. That was like the main point of the book, was the relationship between the two main characters. It was, you know what I mean? And it felt like the other conflicts were the secondary characters. So like not everything's about getting with like your one true love when you're 17. So I was a fan that this was a little more laid back with that part. Also the fact that Felicity is, so, you know, I don't think she really needs to worry about like finding her one true love. Really, I think she needs some help, but that's neither here nor there, I guess, because she gets away with it. So, I liked it. Yeah, I thought overall it was pretty good. Overall, pretty good. Would read more from this author for sure, Victoria Lee. I don't think that she has anything else out. Nope, that's a lie. 2 other books, at least in her bio. I haven't heard anything about them. I feel like I haven't seen any of her books except for this one, when this one came out and Book Talk was talking about it for a little while. But yeah, overall enjoyed. So I guess we can go ahead and move on since there's not that many people here. What else has everyone else been reading this month? Because I know those of you that are here are frequent readers, so I love to hear what everybody else is reading. Sadly, I didn't finish that much this month. Like I said, I finished A Lesson in Vengeance. I finished the Wax and Wayne books from Brandon Sanderson. There's a new one coming out in November. I thought it was just a trilogy, and I got to the end of this one, and there's like a huge cliffhanger. So I gotta wait till November for that. Blood on the Tracks. A lot of people, I'm going to pull that up on my phone really quick because, sorry, bookseller mode. I'm like, I recognize that title. I feel like I've been getting asked for that a lot. Or there's a book that's like very, I feel like I've been getting asked for that a lot at work. Oh, it's a manga too. Maybe it's the manga I'm thinking of. I don't know if you're referring to the manga or this other book, but I've been getting asked for that one a lot. Mariel, you read Misery? Ooh, in Murder on the Orient Express. Death on the Nile. The trailer looked pretty good. I don't know if you're going to read that one. Misery is my next Stephen King. I'm still making my way through Needful Things. So I'm aiming to have it finished so I can have a video on it next Saturday, like this coming Saturday, but it's a thick boy. Not as bad as it though, I guess. Now I have that to compare it to, but Misery is the next one on my list after I finish that. Embarrassed I still didn't finish it. Honestly, personally, did I think it was a life-changing book? No. I feel more accomplished that I read a book that was that thick more than anything else, if that makes you feel better. Like, I don't think I'm a better Stephen King fan or a better horror fan for having read it. I'm just like, I read this book that's over 1,000 pages long. Look at me. It could have been anything. And you read Chainsaw Man? I read the first volume of that. My coworker gave me the first one, like loaned his copy to me so I could read it. It's hard for me to like get into manga because I know they can go on for such a long time. And I already have limited bookshelf space as it is. So I feel like I'm more inclined to try and read them as like ebooks, but also it's hard for me to keep up with super long series anymore. So Mindy finished The Stand. That's another thick one too. So, I mean, kudos, honestly. Also read Let the Right One In. Still haven't read that one. Ooh, A Head Full of Ghosts. Oh, you read the manga. Okay. I knew I recognized the title. As soon as the cover came up, I recognized it. A Head Full of Ghosts. I still have not read any Paul Tremblay. And I don't know. I hear very mixed things on his books, so I don't know like if I should try and read any of them, which one is kind of like the best one. I know like Cabin at the End of the World and Head Full of Ghosts are the two I hear about the most. Hi, Colleen. There's not that many people here tonight, so we moved on to like what we're reading this month. But if you want to drop your thoughts about A Lesson in Vengeance in the chat, please do. I think you were telling me you finished it, I think, if I remember correctly. Hopefully I'm remembering all this right. Almost done with it though. You got it. I don't know if I'm going to recommend the audiobook when it gets to that scene. So just a fair warning. It's extra weird to have a grown man reading that scene to you. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Head Full of Ghosts is the best. Okay. Really sad. I think you might like it. Really sad and kind of shocking. Right up my alley. I don't know why if like a movie is sad or a book is sad, I want to read it more. I don't know why. I already feel all the things. I don't know. I don't know. I'm glad you're here now, Colleen, because I'm pretty sure you were talking about these books last time. I did finish The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and I immediately picked up A Closed Common Orbit, which I just started. This, not a horror. I know, I'm sorry. It's firmly in sci-fi, but this was fucking fantastic. So if you like sci-fi books and you haven't read this was the biggest delight. It was so endearing. I fucking love this. Like, I'm absolutely obsessed. I'm a little bit sad that it doesn't seem like the rest of the series follows this group of beings. Because it's called Wayfarer, and their ship is the Wayfarer. So I was kind of thinking like, oh, all of the books are about them, because I love them so much. But I mean, at this point, like one book in and I'll read anything that this woman writes. So, and Mindy's read it too. It's so fucking good. Like, it's so good. They come back. Okay, good. Because it doesn't, Closed Common Orbit does not seem like it involves them at all. Looks like it's just about Lovelace. Or at least that's what she's calling herself now. She's got to pick a new name. I haven't gotten that far into the book yet. Characters overlap. Okay. I may just commission Becky Chambers to write another book just for me with all of them. They were just, I could go on and on about this book. It's, it was so good. It was so good. I laughed. I cried. I want to go to space and also punch holes in space for travel and hang out with like Kizzy and Jinx and Rosemary and Sissix and all of them. Yep, I'm still gonna read the entire series though. So, and she's got other books too that I don't think are related in any way, but are also like sci-fi and very like existential stuff about space, like how small we are and shit like that. And I fucking love that. That it's like, I'm here for it. Absolutely here for it. The only other thing I finished this month, I have a couple things that I'm in the middle of reading this month, but I also finished Deserter, Junji Ito. It's a story collection of his earlier works, which was really fascinating. So it's just a bunch of little short stories. But if you like Junji Ito or you like scary art and are trying to get into manga, this is probably like the best horror manga that I've ever read. Anything by Junji Ito, I feel like is really good. And I liked seeing like the progression of his art because like the first couple of ones you can kind of tell it's like not quite as intricate as some of his like big works like Uzumaki, and it gets more and more detailed as it goes. I don't know if they put it in like chronological order. But it was really cool to see the progression of like his art style in this. So I would highly recommend. The stories are fucking creepy as usual. Slowly working my way through all the Junji Ito stuff. So I think it'd be a good way to get into it. Like if you haven't read any, I'm not saying you haven't read any. Oops, sorry, I meant to highlight this one. I'm not saying you haven't read any of his works, Lana, but if you were trying to get into it, it's a really good one to start with, I think. Not that I've read all of his books yet, but eventually. Oh, I don't have a banner for this one. Normally I have a little banner that pops up. What is everybody planning on reading for February? I am, like I said, I'm still working on Needful Things. Gonna try and finish it for a Saturday video, so that means I have this week to finish it. I'm also part of the way through Iron Widow. I'm not going to try and butcher the author's name, but it's a young adult like fantasy sort of thing. Really good so far listening to the audiobook so I can hear how all the names are pronounced, and I don't know. I just love the way that language sounds. So I really like listening to the names. I don't know. It's like very pleasing to my ears. So I'm part of the way through that. And like I said, I just started A Closed and Common Orbit, which is the second book to this. So I literally just started that one. So hopefully I'll get those all finished. Those are the only ones I have started. After that, I don't know what I'm going to go for next. You're reading all fantasy in February. Nice. I'm like, I feel like I'm becoming like a fantasy and sci-fi nerd over here a little bit. Like it's kind of exciting. Especially I like as somebody who was very scared of like the adult sci-fi fantasy section for the longest time. I blame Dune. It's just so good. I love it. Which is good because I feel like sometimes I get into reading slumps a lot when I read one genre. So if I'm only reading horror, or only reading romance or only reading something, I get into a slump so much faster. So it's nice to break up the monotony of reading the same genre. Lana's reading The Only Good Indians. Oh, I hope you love it. It's such a good fucking book. My Heart is a Chainsaw. We were mixed on that one for the book club, so I'll be interested to see what you read. And the next book club book, thanks for the segue. February's read is going to be The Gilda Stories by Jewel Gomez. Kind of shorter. It's not like super short, but it's not even 300 pages, I don't think. Yeah, it's like 250. Shorter month. I figured maybe a little bit of a shorter book would be nice. And it's very fitting for February with it being Black History Month and Women in Horror Month. So love it. It's been a while since I've read a good vampire story. So I'm hoping this this satisfies that. Like I used to read like vampire everything back in the day. So I'm really, really excited about this one. Currently reading Smithy. I've never heard of this. I don't know if it's good form to like Google things while I'm in a live stream, but I haven't heard of this, so I want to see. The cover looks creepy. Ooh. Haunted house tale, say less. I'm a sucker for a good haunted house. Bought a book called Mr. Monorail. Mr. Monorail. Read an Oscar Wilde play if I have time. I haven't read any plays like unless it was for school. And I feel like I wouldn't know like how to I don't know if there's like a correct way to read plays or anything like that. I feel like I wouldn't really know what I'm doing reading this. One of my coworkers is very into theater and stuff. She's read all the plays. All the plays. Sorry, I was just looking at Mr. Monorail also. As soon as I see a title, I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Probably gonna get other volumes of Chainsaw Man. I think number 9 just came out. That's the one everyone's been asking me for. So that's how I keep up with what the most recent one is. Right, me Beastars. I know that one too, kind of by title. Love plays. Okay. Wilds are super funny. Like reading plays and reading poetry kind of scares me because I feel like I don't know how to approach them like as a reader, I guess. That kind of scares me a little bit, like just a little bit. Although I love going to the theater and love seeing plays. And poetry is always nice. I just don't know how to read it. Don't know how to read it. We'll get there one day. I also got an ARC. I don't know if I'm going to get to it this month. I feel like I have to, though, because I think the book comes out March 1st. But we got an ARC at work for the new Victoria Schwab book. This is a YA. Yes, YA book. If it's Victoria, it's either young adult or young reader. If it's VE, it's adult. But this is supposed to be like super dark about like a girl who can see ghosts. No, caught between two worlds, the world of the living and the world of the dead. And she must decide which side she is drawn to more. I'm reading that right from the little like marketing pamphlet here. Again, ghosts, like kind of looks like a haunted house vibes, like on the cover. Like I'm a sucker for it. So it comes out the beginning of March. So I feel like if I get the ARC from work, I feel like I have to read it before it comes out so I can be like a good bookseller, you know? And I can tell people about it. Does it not say when it comes out? Oh, the 1st, March 1st. Okay. Yep. So we'll see. I tend to like Victoria / V.E. Schwab's books. I haven't read all of their books, but I like them so far. It's easier than poetry. Do you agree? Poetry is hard to read. It is hard to read. And then you have like all that internet poetry that's like popular right now, like especially since like Milk and Honey came out, like that. It's at least in our system at work, it's classified as internet poetry. I feel like it's just like if you know what it looks like. You can tell the difference just by looking at it. I really don't know how to read that stuff. I read it and I just know in my head I'm doing it wrong. Absolutely know I'm doing it wrong. It's very daunting and very scary. Super duper scary. But yeah, that's all I had for the day. I don't know if it was just because it was the beginning of the year or I picked a bad time to go live, or people aren't interested in reading YA, which is cool too, I guess. I'm going to try and aim for, it's probably going to be like right at the end of the month, next month too, why can't I pull up the calendar? Jesus. Okay, there we go. It's probably going to be another Sunday live stream next month because February is a super short month. I say super short. It's really only like 2 or 3 days shorter than the rest, but it feels so short. So I'm going to try and make the live stream for the February book as close to the end of the month as possible, so everybody has the maximum amount of time to read it. So hopefully Sunday is okay. No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I also probably did a bad job of advertising it too, because the week just gets away from me, honestly. So it'll probably be another Sunday live stream, that last Sunday in February, so that way we have the max amount of time to read this. I'll put a discussion up in Goodreads. Nobody wrote anything for this month, so I'm thinking the Goodreads might be kind of dead, which is okay. I like the live stream format a lot more. So, hi Ben. Welcome to the end of the show. Everybody is live streaming on Sunday nights. Really? Damn it. Maybe I won't do Sunday night. Maybe I'll try and do it. It's got to be at the end of February, though, so we have the most amount of time to read it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I didn't know everybody live streams on Sunday. I didn't know. Oh, damn. All right, Mindy. Mindy's already like more than halfway through. There's like 250 pages in the book. Good for you. It's just this particular Sunday for some reason. Okay. Ooh, I love your new profile pic. That is fantastic. I love it. Sorry, I just got distracted by that. I'm so used to seeing the same image for you, Ben, on your next to your name. So that just drew my eye. Okay. We'll end the show with a compliment. So thank you guys for coming and for reading and discussing the book with me. So I'm very excited to get to the Gilda stories. Mindy will probably finish it before all of us and let us know, hopefully, how amazing it is. No pressure, Mindy. So I'll keep you guys updated on when the live stream for this is going to be. I have another live stream this week on the 2nd, which is Wednesday, to do like a letterboxed wrap up, talk about everything we watched in January. So if you watched the new Scream movie and you want to dish about all the spoilers, that's where we're going to do it. So you should join us. It'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you very much, Colleen. That's very nice of you. my tardy friend. It's okay. Thank you, Jazz Hands, for the nightmare fuel. Appreciate it. And don't worry, it's okay if you haven't read it when you show up. We always talk about other books, so that's okay. All right. I will see you guys maybe on Tuesday or on not on Wednesday. No, it's not Tuesday. Oh my God. I will see you on Wednesday with another live stream, and then Saturday with a new video. There we go. I got it. Have a good night, you guys. Bye.